Yeah, all right. Whew, finally, I can breathe. I was worried that they would actually hit a light there. That was the winning performance of Team Pilipinas Cheerleaders, which bested squads from Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Chinese Taipei, and host Singapore at the recently concluded Southeast Asian Cheerleading Open. Now, here to tell us about their victory are Team Pilipinas head coach Randel San Gregorio and National Cheerleading Championship Philippines team head Itos Valdez. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Paulo.
What
Thanks
a performance by the girls there. Like I said, I was holding my breath because the high-flying stunts, that was amazing stuff.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, though.
Right,
I mean, you know, because of the constraints of the
Absolutely.
studio. Pero these girls can do a lot more, and you know, Randall will attest to that. You know, but even I've been around them for a year, more than a year, and still
it's amazing.
Yes, you get butterflies. You wonder if they're going to do
well,
well.
first and foremost, congratulations on bringing home the bacon, so to speak. I mean, you guys obviously did your jobs well because the team did their part and brought home. They topped all sorts of teams from all sorts of countries, like I mentioned. Teams from all over Asia, and we came out on top.
Yes.
Tell us what the experience was like.
It was nice for the girls because this is something that we've been preparing for at least a year. What's happening? The reason why we formed Team Pilipinas was right now the International Cheer Union, which is the governing body of world cheerleading, has about 100 countries under them already.
Okay.
Has a pending application with the International Olympic Committee, to make cheerleading a sport.
Well, I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, generally we think of cheerleading as being, you know, on the sidelines as a support to the sideshow, to the actual sport.
Correct.
But I mean, you can see that this is a legitimate sport in itself. The type of dedication, the type of training that the cheerleaders have to put in, it really is a sport in itself.
It's very much so. It's become that. You know, it's very different from the traditional cheerleading that we're used to with the yells and all of that. But it evolved from that. And these girls train just as hard. They're just as athletic. They're just as dedicated as normal athletes. So when we formed this team, we said, let's do an open tryout.
Okay.
And we said, everybody who comes to the tryout, we will pick from them the Philippine team, and then we'll start to train.
Okay.
And then we said, who best to handle this team than someone who's experienced, who has won in the national level in the high school division, all girls. So we picked Randel San Gregorio, who is beside me now. So he is able to handle the whole team and handle them well. And you know what? We picked the right person in the coaching staff, so you can see it.
So Coach Randel, isn't it difficult to you talked about holding open tryouts, and you took best of the best from various schools. I mean, the team is composed of cheerleaders from Poveda, Holy Spirit, Assumption, St. Paul, Pasig, Taguig Science High School, and all over. But traditionally, I mean, the competition is very stiff amongst these schools in themselves. Was it hard to get a team from all different schools to gel?
No, because in fairness to the girls, they were really cooperative when we trained, and we just explained to them their purpose and why we're there. So it wasn't that difficult. At first, I was really scared that because that will be a problem. But
to get them to gel,
yes, it did happen, naman. So
well, that's testament to how, like you said, the type of dedication that athletes have towards their sport.
And during the nationals, these girls compete against each other.
Right.
But they see each other and said, let's elevate this. Let's say that you are Team Pilipinas now. Although you compete against each other, there's a bigger purpose here.
Right.
You know, I mean, regards to these girls aren't paid or anything. There's no allowance yet. Of course, we're trying to get to that, but it's more of prestige. It's more of pride, and a lot of it is passion on their part.
I think it's right around the corner, considering how well these girls have done representing the Philippines. Really, tell us the story of what the climb to the top was like during this competition.
Actually, we were not. That wasn't part of the plan at all, because we only had. We only practiced for 8 days.
Okay. You're kidding?
Yes.
8 days?
For this competition?
8 days that we were complete. We had 10 days to prepare. But since we had flight constraints, because people will go to Singapore, so we missed a couple of training days.
No, saka, right after the national finals where these guys competed against each other.
Right.
That's when they started to compete because the national finals were the first week of March. This one was the last week. So we told Randall, kaya ba? And he said, of course, kaya. But they had been already, they've known each other for a year since the open tryout. So they've won, they've competed in Malaysia, Australia, and then now this one, Southeast Asia.
Right.
So.
Again, it's a testament to the type of professionalism that girls have. I mean, obviously,
very young, but,
you know, they can separate, their national competitions and then coming together as a team. We talked about how this is really legitimately a sport in itself, and it's it requires a lot of training, a lot of dedication. What type of training has to go into putting together? You said you had a very short time, but what type of training has to go into putting together a crack team like this?
Actually, we went straight ahead to the routine itself. So we worked on what we have, and because basically we need to come up with a routine. So that was the main goal, and not to further enhance what they know.
Okay.
So we just stick with what we have.
So the great thing here is, like you said, they're coming off a national competition. So these guys are the girls are in great shape, and they know what they're doing. It was really just sort of getting everybody to work together for the routine that you put together. And I know that I've heard from Itos over here that you are the whiz when it comes to putting together routines. Because I mean that's an important part of winning a competition. You might have the best athletes on the team, but if nobody's putting together the type of routine that makes the most of it, it doesn't go anywhere.
Right, because cheerleading, unlike other sports, like maybe if you have a basketball team, you get a superstar.
Right.
You isolate and then you let him do his work. Kaya. Pero cheerleading is really a team sport.
Team sport.
So it is important that they get together and practice and gel and get along with each other out of the court.
Okay.
So they on the court they practice. So it is a testament to Randall. He's very humble. He doesn't like to know. But I know what we have in the core team, and we're trying to stick with this core team because you need to develop that. You can't have different personalities every year. You change. So if we stick to this team, and I think that because, like I said, their average age is younger than their competitors in Asia. And actually, we're targeting the Worlds in Orlando.
Right.
If we, of course, have money, we'll travel, right? So, but we're targeting the Worlds, and since we're one of the best in Asia, I think we have a very good shot. So.
Yeah, I want to pick up on that actually. Cheerleading. This win will obviously bring more attention to the team.
Yes, with your help.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that our team is actually, we've got one foot on the podium already. I mean, we've got a great team here, don't we?
This is not a project. Once we compete, the Americans that we bring in, because the National Cheerleading Championship brings in a lot of the American coaches. What you see on ESPN is what we try to bring to Philippine cheerleading, and the last 5 years we've done that. So the Americans, mismo, are saying
they've taken notice. They've said, "Hey,
definitely.
you guys are
all
going to be."
All you have to do is fly there.
Right.
You will make a big impression. Of course, against America, against the US, medyo malayo.
Right.
But against international teams, we're right there.
Right.
So this is the world stage. This is not regional, Southeast Asia. But we want to take baby steps. We want to assess the competition. And right now, the margin of victory that these girls won by 50, 60 points, about 40 plus. But these girls really,
we're in the mix.
In Southeast Asia, we're there.
We're on
if
top.
we don't win, it's going to be a little surprise. I don't want to brag, but it's like, how can you not? Because these girls are good. And this is the all-girl team. We have a co-ed team.
Right. Okay. I do want to also congratulate them. I mean, we also from the same competition, Team Pilipinas co-ed earned a silver medal as well.
Yes,
in the same
it's in the division called group stunts.
Okay.
Because we couldn't send the full team.
Okay.
So some of the teams came and but the ones who won in the co-ed cheer, the whole complete division, sabi namin, nako, kaya natin to. Because let's say the winner there, Chinese Taipei, had they competed in our nationals against certain schools, they would probably come in 7th or 8th.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how good we are. And imagine a whole collection of like an all-star team.
Right, right. You know, cheerleading, it's a mix of, you know, so many things. I mean, gymnastics, dance, so many disciplines.
Yeah.
You know, what's it going to take for us to, I mean, we know we're on top of the game in terms of, you know, the Asian region.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, you know, competing with the people who are number one, maybe America. I'm assuming it'll be America. What do we need to sharpen in terms of our game to be there?
Because right now, level-wise, we are at level 4. But we're slowly getting up to level 5. And level 5 really requires a lot of difficulty training. So I guess we need to work on our partner stunts, group stunts, and our tumbling because
are there any trends that change over the years? Are there techniques and moves that are sort of you know, flashy for this year but sort of passé for next year?
Because
I mean, trends, taste and trends come and go.
Right. Also the level, everybody levels up. So the stunts you see now, next year everybody's doing that.
Doing that already.
So you have to level up again.
Right.
And what Randall was talking about, level 4. There are certain rules in international competition. You can only do certain things. Now, level 5 is
so we're saying, I mean, we're capable of taking it up a notch, but there are certain limitations that we have to follow.
It's a physical thing because the girls, for example, from Japan are very strong.
Right.
Very strong. But since that's only one aspect, we can lamang kami tayo sa another aspect.
That's another thing I wanted to ask you about. Why do you think we've been so successful? Why do you think we're so good at what we do?
I guess we just happen to be at the right competition at the right time.
Really? Or do you think there's something innate in Pinoys?
First
or in
of
this
all,
case, Pinays.
First of all, Pinays are really good performers, really good dancers, physique-wise, body structure.
Yeah, are sort of more petite body structures a little more suited to this?
Yes.
If for all girls, of course, they can in the air.
They can be tossed higher up into the air.
And we're naturally more graceful. As a cheerleading, it's a sport, so it's the overall effect also that influences the judges, and we have it in spades. Seriously, when you smile, it's a sincere smile.
Yes.
You light up the room. When we walked into the competition, people took notice, and the Philippine team is here.
That's true. Well, it was evident in the little sampler that they gave us. You know, you guys are headed towards big things. Congratulations on this win, and best of luck and more power. I mean, I know you guys are going to be making it and making an impression.
Thank you, Paolo. With your help, thank you to ANC and ABS-CBN for guesting.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Randall and Itos, and of course to the girls. Thank you for showing us what you did. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.